Good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. So, welcome everyone. It's wonderful to be with you today. I'm Rev Melissa, and my passion is to support people and transforming their lives. I am here to support you. My mission is to give inspiration through spiritual life coaching. I'm a spiritual life coach through preaching and teaching that ignites the divine spark within you to live life in joy, connected to your yes. So if you need support, you can reach out to me. You can send me a direct message on Instagram or Facebook, and we can set up some time to talk. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. Good day, Pamela. It's good to see you, Miss Bliss. Good day, Shay Love. I hope you're doing well. Good day, everyone joining in on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and those of you who watch the replay later on. So, first, let me just let everyone know I so appreciate some of you reaching out to check in on how my daughter was feeling. She's doing much better. She went back to school today. It was just some little 24-hour bug that came and went, and she is all good. So I really appreciate the positive vibes, the healing vibes that you send to my sugar. Thank you so much. So, her mama feeling better today too. How about that? So yesterday I was sharing, waking up kind of like not feeling like doing the show, kind of feeling like blah. And I kind of sort of woke up this morning feeling the same, not as much as yesterday, but it was still a little sprinkle there of like blah, just wanted to lay in the bed, not get up, all of the things, right? Pull the covers up, not over my head, but just pull the covers up and nestle in. And so I said, okay, let's get up. So, I got up and started my morning stuff. And so I'll get to that. So we wrapped up our activation series yesterday with uncomfortable, right? That feeling uncomfortable about doing something you have not done before, something that is in alignment with your desire, something that's in alignment with your quality, can feel uncomfortable when you are stepping outside of your comfort zone. Yes? When we step outside of our comfort zone, there is a feeling of uncomfortableness. It's natural. It is what that is the feeling. That's the feeling, and it's okay, right? It's okay to feel uncomfortable. And I shared a little bit from the book, The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson, and the story of ordinary moving from the land of familiar to the land of unfamiliar, right? Stepping out of his comfort zone so that he can live his gift, so that he can give his gift into the world, right? So we activate ourselves even if it feels uncomfortable. If it feels uncomfortable, you can take that as a sign of, oh, okay, this might be the way that I need to go because I feel a little uncomfortable about this, right? But you check in, right? You check in, you seek your own divine counsel, yes? And then you move, right? So we're going to move forward from activation. And so this morning, I was thinking about, okay, where are we going, right? Where are we going? Because March is activating the soil, activating the soul, right? So January, we prepared the soil, the soul. February, we're nourishing the soil, the soul. And March, we are activating the soil, the soul. So back to this morning. So I'm feeling a little blah. I get up. I said, let me just get into my things. And when I was in the bathroom, I'm brushing my teeth and I get this guidance, do your morning pages, right? So sometimes I do morning pages, which is a tool that Julia Cameron talks about in her book, The Artist's Way, where you write longhand, 3 full pages of stream of consciousness. Whatever's on your mind, you dump it onto the page. So I do it from time to time. And this morning, brushing my teeth, guidance, do your morning pages. I'm like, okay, right? So I go and I'm writing in my morning pages. And so as I'm writing, I'm going to share this with you. This is my morning pages book. And I just simply use 8.5 by 11 paper and I write my 3 pages. So this morning, let me see if I could share this with you. This morning, I'm writing about what's on my mind, stream of consciousness, and what shows up. So this is it, right? This is my writing. So what shows up on the page as I'm writing is this. So I'm recapturing. Let me just read. Yes, why not write it out? So I'm repeating to myself about getting guidance to do the morning pages. Yes, why not write it out? So here I am, back to the pages. What am I concerned about? Concern is just a cover for worry, right? So this is what's coming out. Concern is just cover for worry. And I know that worry has no nutritional value. Then I write, I love that. Worry has no nutritional value. The quote about worry that I always say is, worry is an act of rebellion against God as my source. And that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling rebellious. But what am I rebelling against? Instantly, what came to mind is my brilliance. What? That's so true because I'm doing the things, because I'm not doing some of the things that I know support my shine, the things that have nutritional value. And then I go on from there. So, feeling rebellious, right? So when these feelings come up for me, I peel them back, right? To like, when did I first start feeling this feeling? And usually the journey takes me back to when I'm a child. And when I was a child, I was quite rebellious, right? I was quite rebellious because I had responsibilities that not as a child. I was responsible for my siblings, and if they got into trouble, I took the punishment for whatever they did, right? So this stirred up some rebellion in me. So I would just rebel against things, rebel against doing certain things. I would rebel against authority, right? And that carried over into my teenage years, being very rebellious. And then at some point, I'm still a rebellious spirit, but it's more in harmony now with the things that I love to do. Yes? And so when we worry, what is the nutritional value of worry? And so I sat with that this morning, right? And what came to mind is we are we are activating the soil, activating our soul. And in that activation, we have to be present to the things that pop up so that we can look at it, call it for what it is, call it for what it's not, right? Resolve it, heal it, bless it, surrender it, all of the things, right? And so I said, okay, let me check in with my garden of my consciousness and see if there are any weeds growing, right? Because we have to constantly weed our garden, right? And so there was a weed of worry. So I said, what you doing here? This little weed of worry. It was like, it looked very pretty, right? But it was a weed of worry. And I said, "What are you worried about today? Like, what is going on?" Right? And what came up for me, I was worried about this Sunday. So now I'm in the future, not present. I'm worried about something that hasn't even happened yet. Right? And so, if you don't know, on this Sunday, Rockland CSL, where I'm the minister, we're doing a thing that has never been done before. We are having a collaborative service with the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Rockland County, right? So the Unitarian Universalists with the Science of Mind, Religious Science, New Thought Church Center is coming together to do a service together. And I am so excited about this. And yet, I was worried also. So I'm speaking, right? Members of the Rockland CSL will be there, and I told them on Sunday, we're going to show up and show out in love and show out in joy, right? And I really, 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 really wanted to go well, right? I do. I wanted to go well because it may evolve into other collaborations. And so I got clear that I was worried, and one of the things I do when I worry is I get rebellious. And I get rebellious against me by not doing the things that I know nurture me, right? By not doing the things that I know nurture me. And that's why I have been waking up yesterday and today feeling a little like blah, right? I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is good news, right? So if worry has no nutritional value, I said, I like that nutrition, right? And I know February was about nourishing our soul, but you don't do it once and then that's it. It's an ongoing process of nourishment. So we're going back using nourishment as part of our activation for March. Because March is what? Activating the soil. And so to keep the soil activated, it has to receive the right nutrients. To keep ourselves activated, we must receive the right nutrients. So what are you feeding yourself, right? What are you feeding yourself? So I looked up the word nutrition, and this is what it means: the act or process of nourishing or being nourished, the use of food for life, health, and growth. And the origins of the word is to feed. So, what are you feeding your mind, your body, and your soul? What are you feeding the soil, right? And I know all of us are feeding the soil, our soul, our quality, right? We're always going to loop right back and loop right in our quality. So our quality is part of our nutrition. Our quality has a very high vibration nutrient value. Worry has a very low vibration nutrient value, right? It has some value because it led me to this, right? So I'm not discounting, right, the way that it served me. Yes. But many times we stop. Worry stops us. We don't get curious about, okay, what is this really about? We don't start to peel the layers and see what's under it. We don't get to the root of it. We just stop at worry. And that just shuts down all of it. It shuts us down from moving forward, right? Moving through the uncomfortableness, moving through the unknown, moving through the uncertainty, moving through, right? It stops us. So let us not let worry or doubt or fear stop us. Stop feeding yourself. Stop feeding yourself worry, doubt, and fear. We each have a gift to give. It is seated within us, planted within our very soul. And worry is a weed that we lovingly get in touch with, love on, right? And see what is there for us. And then we replace it with our quality. So I replaced the weed of a worry with my quality of surrender, right? That's like, I surrender Sunday. I surrender it all, right? I do what is mine to do, which is to prepare, to be on purpose, to be a vessel for God to move through, right? And that's all that I need to do. Worry is not on the list. So I surrender. I surrender it. I surrender the whole service like I do every service. Why would I interact with this service any differently? Right? Yes, there's different elements to it, but it's the same. It's the same. It's the same consciousness. It's the same love and joy. It's the same community being expanded and expressed. So I said, all right. By the time I finished my morning pages, I was like getting my little happy dance on. I told you we need to get more praise dances in. Yes, to celebrate the baby steps so that we can shift. We shift ourselves by getting in touch with the divine within us, by listening to our intuition, right? And taking action by being activated. So it took about, I don't know, 25 minutes to do my 3 pages and to get that gift that was already here within me so that I could show up and be with myself in a different way, to remind myself again, you know what works. Work it, as Dr. Johnny Coleman would say. It works when you work it. It works if you work it. It works. So sometimes we just need a reminder. So I am grateful for the reminder today. Worry has no nutritional value. What are you feeding yourself today? That is the question. That's where we're going this week. All right? All right. So let me put up a banner for it. Our series this week is nutrition. Nutrition. What are you feeding yourself is the question. Are you feeding yourself junk? Something that has no nutritional value. And I'm telling you, worry, doubt, and fear, no nutritional value. But there's something there for you when we get curious about it. So let's get curious about ourselves. Yes? I see you, Lainey. Worrying doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles. It takes away today's peace. Love you and miss you. Love you and miss you too, Lainey. Thank you for that. Yes, it will suck away your peace. Yes, it will. But we have within us the opportunity to be still, to go within, to reconnect, and to know again who and whose we are. By being our quality, by keeping our quality activated, right? And let me just remind you what I mean by activated. What I mean by activated is this: energetic, right? To be energetic about what it is that you are engaging in, to rise to action, right? To be in a state of progress. What do I say? Practice makes progress. So a baby step is progress. Yes? All right. That's what we get to do. That's where we're going this week. I would invite you to just take into consideration, what are you feeding yourself? What are you feeding yourself? And let me know tomorrow. All right? All right, y'all. Let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. So, speaking of Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living and the special service that we are doing this Sunday with the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Rockland County, we will be in person, and I will put the address up tomorrow if anyone would like to join us. If you're in the Rockland County, New Jersey, New York, Westchester County area, please join us. They're in Pomona, New York, right off of exit 12 on the Palisades Parkway. And it's going to be a wonderful service. So, my message is, the world transforms when we transform. When the world transforms, oh, can you imagine? I can imagine it. So join us on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It will not be live streamed. It will be on the Unitarian Universalist Zoom. So I will have the Zoom link available on our Facebook page, so you could find the service. You could also go to rocklandcsl.org and you will find the Zoom link there. I will post a service the next day for those of you who are not able to attend or be on Zoom at that time. So I am excited. So if y'all could just know with me that that is amazing and beautiful and delicious, I would appreciate that. Also on Sunday, it is the other sip, which is Sunday in Praise, where I share an inspirational talk. And this Sunday, I will share the talk that I gave last Sunday that was inspired by Sierra's song, Level Up. And so I was inspired by that song, and we were talking about leveling up in our lives. Yes, by being our gifts, by doing our purpose. So that is on this Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, on Facebook and on YouTube at I Am Rev Melissa, and streaming on New Thought Media Network. Please save the date. The next meditation with the full moon is on March 26th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. March 26th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So we do a full blown spiritual practice, meditating with the energy of the full moon. And the energy of the full moon is so activated. Oh my goodness, we're all good. It's a wonderful process that we go through. So join me March 26th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right where you're watching me now. All right. Please support my ministry of joy. You can do so by liking, commenting, and sharing Morning Sip with Rev Melissa with your circle of friends. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, I Am Rev Melissa. You can purchase joy merchandise in my Etsy store by going to Etsy, I Am Rev Melissa. I have long sleeve t-shirts, short sleeve t-shirts that say, connect to your yes and live life in joy. I have Joy, Joy, Joy socks, and I have Sip Joy mugs. So wonderful things to just remind you, and it's infused with that energy of yes and joy. So if you want, please go to Etsy, just put in I am Rev Melissa and it will come up. And you can also, if my ministry speaks to your spirit and you would like to make a love donation, you can do so by going to Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. I am Rev Melissa, and you can make a love offering there. All right. Today is Wednesday. So today is also please support the Feed King show. So Feed King, who's my soul sister, Sekou writes fiance. She has her show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 11:30 a.m. Learn about fitness and finance and be inspired. She's amazing. And also support my soul brother, Sekou Wrights. His show is on Monday through Fridays at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Get Rich 101. So if you've been curious about investing and what to do with your money, please check out Get Rich 101, 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Sekou Writes on Facebook, YouTube, and streaming on New Thought Media Network. All right, everybody. I think that is it for today's show. Remember, the question today is what? Let me put it back up for you in case you forgot. The question for today is what are you feeding yourself? What are you feeding yourself? That also means the conversations that you engage in, the actual things that you are doing or not doing. What are you feeding yourself? What is the nutritional value that you are taking in? All right? All right, y'all. So, peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes. Connected to our yes. I will see you all tomorrow.